This is Thomas. Can you say hi, Thomas?
I was at work, just thought it was a typical day. I get a call from my doctor, and I could tell by the sound of her voice that something was wrong. And that's when she said, your son does have Down syndrome. And I just, broke down at work. I didn't know what to do.
So we spent the better part of the day that we got the diagnosis Googling, which was, turns out, pretty much the worst thing you can do.
When we got the news that our child was going to have Down syndrome, it was a shock. I can't describe how the feeling is, but we had two great kids already, and this isn't the plan we had put in place, and so that was very shocking. It was very hard, and we had to rethink how our whatever kind of life we thought we were going to have had to take a new shape, and we kind of put that life to rest. And then he was born, and we were like, wow, this is so much better than we could have even imagined. This kid is far above anything we thought we were going to have. And so we were really blessed.
People ask me, what do I expect from Trinity? She's 2. I expect her to do what she does every day. I expect her to play and enjoy herself. I mean, she knows her ABCs. She knows how to count to 10. She knows how to say her name. She knows how old she is. We're working on her colors and shapes and things, and she'll start preschool in September with Cincinnati Public.
Andrew, my husband, was sitting next to me. I'm holding Devin, and they said, Devin has markers that resemble Down syndrome. And we were like, Down syndrome? I mean, we did not know the first thing about Down syndrome. So that was it. And they tell you we're going to take some tests and things like that, but for Andrew and I, it was like, she has Down syndrome, we're moving forward. I mean, again, I was holding her, I was looking at her, here is our first daughter, here's our second child, she's here. For us, there was no looking back, there was just, this is it, we're going forward.
When we got to the point where our goals for Charlie were the same as our other sons, that really helped us too. And our goal for all 3 of them is to lead an independent life and to give back to society.
I don't even use the term Down syndrome anymore. I just look at him and we talk. We say he's Charlie. He's not Charlie with Down syndrome. He's not a boy with Down syndrome.
His 2 big brothers, Leo and Louis, think he's the greatest. They have no sense that maybe he's not ready to keep up with them just yet, so they are trying to wrestle him and tackle him and are ready for him to catch the football, and they love him.
Prior to getting the diagnosis, we felt like we had a pretty good grasp on what parenthood was going to be all about. We had read a whole fat stack of books on what to expect when you're expecting, all those books, right? So I felt like we kind of had to start all over again. So we met up with the Down Syndrome Association of Greater Cincinnati. They put us in contact with some local families who had and have young children with Down syndrome. Over the next several weeks, we met several of those families and really got to see firsthand it really isn't doom and gloom. They do everything else that any other child does. They crawl, they walk, they talk, they eat, they laugh, they have emotions. They're not always happy.
My job is to welcome families and congratulate them on their beautiful baby that they just had. Some of the families that I visit can be scared, they can be in denial, they can be frustrated, they can be separated, they feel alone. I'm a mom of Ashton. I'm a mom of 4 boys, but Ashton is my 3rd child, and he's 6 years old and he has Down syndrome.
I think the best thing about the Down Syndrome Association of Greater Cincinnati is we are there when you need us. And there are moments in your life that you will need the DSAGC more than others. So when Devin was born, we didn't know much about Down syndrome, so we used them for resources and education and for mentoring and to meet new families. Our goal or vision for Devin is housing is big, or transportation for our adults, or employment. So again, I think at those times in Devin's life and in our family planning, we'll again reach out to the DSAGC, and they'll be helpful with all of those stages of life.
With networking within the organization, we've learned about Trinity's been to aquatics to help her walk. We learned all about, physical therapy at Children's. Speech, just connecting with different families. We actually found Trinity's sitter through another parent.
So we have Braden and then we have 3 girls. And I know Braden and the girls are going to be better people in the future. You know, whether they hire a person with a disability, you know, are just that one step nicer and kinder to a person with disability. It doesn't have to be Down syndrome. I think they'll do that for, you know, for anyone. And now that I look back, I mean, I'm way closer with my family now and friends and even our community. And I think it's because of her.
Life for their baby is going to be amazing, is going to be a journey, is going to be beautiful, but going to have challenges. But we will be there and go through all of those times together.